Say what? VC!
Hi guys, we're from Kaikorai Valley College. I'm Leisha.
I'm Trina.
I'm Sumit.
And I'm Cameron.
And you're watching
Southern Upload.
This last term we've been working really hard and getting involved in lots of the school life.
We had a formal in May. The girls, you look gorgeous, and the boys, well, you scrubbed it up alright.
We had stage challenge where we won 3 awards, choreography, performance, and what was the last one?
Stage. And this last week we've had a whole bunch of students from our Hong Kong sister school come and visit us and get really involved in everything we've been doing.
And also in the last week of the term we had our school production, which was really fun and really enjoyable.
We'll dig the desert all
I
day
know
long.
guys, I know it's catchy,
We'll dig
but
the
it's over now.
desert, singing our song. We'll dig the desert, just wait and see. In the land of the sand and the mummy and the dromedary.
Ah, good times. Good times.
Okay, now we're going to flick to a story about our Volunteer Otago group, which is a bunch of Year 12 students who have been doing a lot of hard work in the community for nothing else other than the happy faces that they see around.
Volunteering is, the kids getting together and volunteering in the community or even outside the community. With Volunteer Otago, we've been to the SPCA, we've been down to Red Roofs, we've been having sew toys for the Women's Refuge, and we've been baking for the food bank and doing little things like that. During the Volunteer Otago, we will talk about what volunteering is, and sometimes we will volunteer, we'll have speakers, and then we'll go down to the food bank, down to the SPCA, and we'll just basically learn about what volunteering is. I've met a lot of fun, interesting people like Jess who runs it. It just helps you, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. Instead of just staying at home on Facebook, you're actually helping someone do something.
My job entails going to 5 different schools every week, spending an hour or 2 in each of those schools. It can be quite exciting. When I first started the job, it was quite scary because I was planning and implementing at exactly the same time. Your skills, generally, you have to be confident talking to people. Being able to go with the flow is a huge issue. It's a huge deal. And a really positive thing, aside from when you really connect with the young people and they say they'll miss you at the end of a class or something, which is really sweet. I learned what I love to do through volunteering, and I think that that's something that young people have a lot of trouble with, knowing what they actually want to do. So volunteering is a really good way of sampling lots of different areas. I enjoy seeing them grow from it, but I also enjoy it myself, so it's definitely a win-win situation.
Wow, you guys are doing an awesome job in our community under the watchful eye of Jess from Volunteer Otago. You guys better keep it up because you're doing an awesome job.
Then we're going to go on to our next story, which is the school production, The Curse of the Mummy, where you need to check out my awesome mummy skills. Now, it was a great experience working with everyone from the different age groups.
Oh, not again.
Oh, why not?
It's called The Curse of the Mummy. It's a Maverick musical by Doricott and Denver, and it is a jokey spoof musical about Egyptians. It's got a little bit of Indiana Jones, a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
We have a practice Sunday, after school Tuesday, and they're all 2 to 5 I think. And we have one on Thursday at lunchtime for singing rehearsals.
There are about 50 people involved, approximately 45, oh no, probably more than 50, 55. There are about 45 in the cast, and there are students doing backstage and technical support roles.
To all beef patties with special sauce on a sesame seeded bun.
Now that's a recipe that I'll never catch on.
No, I must stay. I must stay and warn you all. The legend of Quran is written in the stars.
Praise your ladies, who says that the flames, I ain't got no problems, they got no name.
I think that there is a misconception that you can do drama and a production at the same time, and you can if you have a 7 people play, but when it's trying to embrace the whole school community like this in a year 7 to 13 college, it's a different kettle of fish.
I think it's a really, really good experience. Like, if you want to keep on doing drama and musicals, this is like a really good place to start.
Wow, that was so cool. We did a really good job with the production, eh?
I know, our school is amazing. We've got some really talented students.
Definitely.
Anyway, we've got a break coming up, and after the break there'll be a documentary on some awesome church rock bands.
Tips on how to keep your car happy.
Oh. And don't forget the band at the end.
Yes, but
Welcome back to Southern Upload. Coming up on our show, we've got tips on how to keep your car radiator happy. Who knew it could be happy?
But before we get to that, we're going to show you a little documentary about rock music in churches. What do you reckon of that idea?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
Rock music from the devil. You know, I remember that line from about the 70s, and I guess that dates me. But I remember there's a whole slew of books printed around that time that spat tax at anything that called itself rock.
I suppose you might say some music is from the devil. I don't use that expression very much because I don't happen to believe in one.
The idea that rock music came from the devil is as ludicrous as saying, I guess, cars come from the devil. It's just part of our modern life.
I think probably back in the day when rock music was coming into its own, it was kind of placed against the church. The church had very traditional music, and it was kind of seen as something that was rebellious and against it.
It was characterised by rebellion. Parents, when it first came out, were very dubious about this new sound, I guess. But I think as years have gone by, and particularly in our day today, rock music is just part of our life.
Rock music generally has become much more part of the establishment, and you see that in the rock industry, where now it's very much got a commercial edge to it. So even those that appear to be rebelling are in fact out to make a buck.
We've got the incredible, powerful tool of marketing and media nowadays. They just latch onto anything that they deem as popular and then market the crap out of it, and then it becomes something deemed as more mainstream.
I'm absolutely convinced, that church needs to, I guess, change, and it needs to change with the times. The message doesn't need to change. We don't need to compromise on the message. But I think our format and our style does need to change.
It's really important, I feel, that church music is kept up to date while keeping some of the tried and true and the old classic hymns.
If we want to relate to the culture of today, then we have to be relevant with our music style, and so rock music is very much part of culture, and so we use it in our church setting, and it's great. It's great to have a church pumping and rocking out.
A lot of rock music is very me-centred, it's very subjective, it's about me and my faith, my feelings. When you read the Psalms, the focus is not so much on me and my faith, it's on what God is doing and on God's faithfulness. And I think there's a need for a lot of rock music to deepen its lyrics, to have lyrics that are both biblically and theologically informed, and not just a form of self-expression of the musician.
My problem with band music in church is that very often the music they sing or perform is not of sufficient standard, that the words are often very trite and repeated, chorusy, and I don't think they have as good a message in terms of spirituality or theology.
It's also very personal in terms of whoever's leading the music. I think you naturally get a strong taste of their style.
And I would say in the church that that the kind of musical genres that we favour often conform us to the extreme. I wish there'd be more rebellion in the kind of songs that we sing. Where are the songs of uprising?
I think, yeah, just one thing you have to be careful with music is just, especially when using music in church, is just being aware of the lyrical content of the music. It's not so much about having a song that's popular.
I think that there are many forms that have formed part of the history of the church, and rock music needs to take its place.
I think it's a fantastic part of the modern church, and it's fun, and church should be fun.
If Jesus was here, I'm convinced that he would have music that's contemporary.
We mix it up wherever possible, and rock's certainly part of the mix.
I'd be personally fine with playing rock music in church.
I see no reason why, you know, if you find the right tune to set to a particular set of words, go ahead and use it.
Well, that was an interesting doco. A lot of mixed reactions. But I'm sure some churches may adopt the idea. What do you reckon?
I don't know, maybe not my church. Coming up next, we've got some students from Kaikorai College telling you what they want to be remembered for when they leave. I want to be known for the first female doctor in Doctor Who and defeat all the Daleks.
Making good movies and knowing how to have a good time.
I want to be known for cooking up the meanest food in hospitality.
Being the Limbo King at KBC.
I want to be remembered for the first panda to go through Kaikorai College.
I want to be known for as the Year 13 who was put on national TV and can't think of what to say.
Welcome back to Southern Upload.
Here at Kaikorai College.
You're now going to see how you can change the radiator coolant in your car.
What even is that? I don't even have my license.
I have mine, although I haven't driven a car yet.
Anyway, we're going to take a look at our local judo club.
Do we even have one?
Yeah.
Oh. Kiai.
You may have heard some strange sounds lately coming from Kaikorai College gym. That's because they are now running judo classes. We caught up with Sensei Daryl, who tells us more.
What I'm trying to teach kids is a new sport that they've never done before, judo, and it's a martial art. It's also an Olympic sport, and what it gives them is, I guess, self-confidence and technique, judo technique, learning how to fall safely. A bit of self-defense. That's only really part of judo, but it's there if you need it. To compete, and competing is really important, especially in this society. And I think you compete, academically, in sports and through life.
Judo was founded not much over 100 years ago. It comes from jiu-jitsu, another martial art. Very big internationally, Sensei Daryl does his part to promote the sport.
Judo is about self-control, controlling your anger, just using that really well to, I guess, to focus your energy in a positive way, and that's part of judo, and that's what it really teaches you. I guess, I personally got a lot out of judo, and it gave me a lot of confidence, and I've just gone on with that, and just through practicing, I really enjoyed it. And then the next stage was, because I was a good learner, I wanted to pass my knowledge on, and that's what I've done here.
to motor tips. Last week we showed you how to change your brake fluid. This week we are going to show you how easy it is to change your coolant. Make sure the radiator cap is cold so you don't burn yourself. Release the cap slowly and proceed to drain the radiator. We will lift the car to demonstrate. Look for something like this at the bottom of the radiator. Undo slowly. Make sure you use a container to catch the coolant. For environmental reasons, you must collect the old coolant and dispose of it appropriately. Coolant can be recycled, so check your council guidelines for disposal. Or certain workshops may be happy to take it off your hands. It can take some time, but once fully drained, do it up tight. But not too tight. Let's bring it down and fill it up. Here we have used the same brand coolant as what came out, and it is mixed with 50% water. Make sure you start the car without the cap on and check for bubbles. Once the radiator fan comes on and no bubbles are coming out, you are good to go. That's all we have time for.
Get your coolant checked before winter. Happy and safe driving, and we'll see you next time.
This week on Watch Play Listen, we're going back in time to the 90s.
We are all connected.
The movie this week is The Lion King, a simple story of a lion prince who is exiled by the infamous Scar and comes back to assume the throne as the Lion King. It's a story that we all know all too well. This classic Disney movie has been around for years, and it's still fresh in a lot of people's minds. From adults to children, it's hard not to see the appeal of this movie.
You're the king.
5 stars. The game this week is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega is a game that really puts Sega on the map for home console gaming. It's hard to play this game and not reminisce of the old days. For veteran gamers, this is a game a lot grew up with, and for noobs, it's often overlooked. But not this week. Four stars. The song this week is Tell Me What You Want by the Spice Girls. The Spice Girls have parted ways since the 90s, but this song still plays on a lot of people's mobile music devices. I know mine does. Here's a little trivia for you. The Spice Girls were actually more popular than any other band in history, including Lady Gaga or Justin Bieber at the moment. So Tell Me What You Want is a golden oldie here to stay. 5 stars. That's all from Watch Play Listen, and thank you for watching.
Well guys, that's a wrap from Kaikorai College.
Next week, Southern Upload is coming to you from Kavanagh College.
And next term, we've got a whole new group of international students coming. We can't wait to meet you and hope to see you soon.
We've also got our talent quest, so good luck to whoever is involved with it.
And we'd like to make a great big thank you to all of the people that got involved in our school production and came to watch. It was a really, really awesome event.
We'd also like to thank Mr. Hanania for showing off his awesome judo moves. Can't say we're going to get on the wrong side of him again.
And a special thanks to City of Dunedin Honda for leading us to use your workshop.
And last but not least, we would like to thank Mr. Scott Muir from DunedinMusic.com for hooking us up with some mean beats.
The band's next,
But,
the band's next.
K-What
VC! K-What VC!